Today I'm going to take a look at a brand new listening option where in-ear monitor design meets earbud functionality. It's the brand new H3 from SOUNDPEATS. Let's see how they perform. Hi everybody, I'm Todd and I hope you're having a great week. In my opinion, the in-ear monitor design have a number of advantages over a typical earbud design. If you look at the new H3, you'll see that they fit inside the ear instead of protruding and then hanging down like most earbuds do. This means that if you're engaged in anything where there's a lot of movement involved, or you're in a busy area where there's a chance of getting bumped, it's less likely they're going to be bumped out of your ear and possibly get damaged. Also, this design allows for a different sound architecture. These are a 3-driver unit, which should theoretically mean that we have separation of the frequency range being reproduced and get a more even response with hopefully some clearer detail. And so all the audio in this review will be recorded using my binaural microphone. We're going to record audio directly from these H3s, and we'll compare it to original recordings so you can listen for any coloration that they might impart. So I encourage you to wear the best headphones or earbuds in-ears that you have and you trust for the rest of this review. Now looking at the sine sweep analysis, we can certainly see there are deviations from just a perfectly flat frequency response. And that's absolutely going to be the case. First of all, there's no such thing as a perfectly flat in-ear, earbud, or headphone. And just the shape of our ears and our ear canal have an influence on it as well. And so my binaural microphone simulates those things, and it also can be susceptible to that. But overall here, I'm seeing deviations, but nothing that's making me think, okay, well, these headphones are going to be just completely lopsided one way or the other towards bass, treble, or mids.
Tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes.
Now, like most playback devices, the perception we get can actually vary by the content we're listening to. And so as I listened to a variety of genres of music, I found in some cases that the bass was quite a bit more emphasized, in some cases not so much. Some cases the mid-range was perhaps a little more present, some cases a little more recessed. But overall, the high frequencies here I didn't find piercing. So if you really like a lot of treble, that may not be something you like. However, on the other hand, they're not going to be fatiguing when you wear them for a long time. And I have put quite a few hours on them, and I can say that that's absolutely what I've found anyways. Now, looking at the frequency comparison graph overlay, that can make it a little easier to see what I've been talking about. And as you see, again, we've got that little bit of emphasis on the bass area, under emphasis in some of the low mids, and also some information that's a little bit shy in the upper frequencies. But overall, again, I found this to be very program dependent, and hopefully that translated when you listen to the various music genres that I played back. And this is a sample of spoken words, so we can compare the sound of the recording directly versus the sound through the headphones. And this is a sample of spoken words, so we can compare the sound of the recording directly versus the sound through the headphones. Now, the spoken word tests are going to be important for those of you that like to listen to audiobooks, podcasts, or watch videos like this one. And so what I'm looking for is clear reproduction that isn't fatiguing. And I found I was able to get that out of these in-ears. They didn't really seem to overemphasize any real portion of the voice too much to my ears, and the measurements kind of bear that out. Also, the fact that they're not overboosted in the treble frequencies means that they're not fatiguing when you listen for a long time. Now, I know some of you may be interested in using these for gaming, so let's check out some game audio. Now, I have to say I found these to be very immersive. I'm not a pro gamer by any means, but testing them out this way, I did feel like I was in the environment. Now, it wasn't overly expansive. I would say that these do probably a little better job than most earbuds or in-ear monitors in terms of creating that space, but still, you're not going to get a wide soundstage or anything here. And speaking of soundstage, let's talk about Soundstage and Imaging. So imaging performance here actually is very good. No issues there if you want to use that for listening to music. But in terms of soundstage, it's not going to spread things out very wide. You're not going to get, a very expansive environment that you're listening in. So for gaming, that means the environment also does not appear to have a lot of depth to it. It's not expansive. And when you're listening to music, again, the instrumentation is not widely spread out across the stage. It's pretty confined within your head. So just something to be aware of. Now take a look at the build quality of the H3, and it's as you'd expect. It's a plastic charging case, has a USB-C connector on the bottom. Nice smoked acrylic top on here so you can see what's inside. Once you open it, you get to the H3s themselves. They magnetically, of course, attach inside for charging, so great to see there. The fit and finish of these are an in-ear monitor style, so as opposed to kind of a pod and then sticking down below your earlobe. These will actually fit within the confines of the ear. And part of that fit also is you get 5 different sizes of silicone ear pads with these. So the ear tips are really great. You get the fit that's just right for you. These are water resistant as well. So fit and finish on these is very good. Charging cable is a USB A to C. I would like to have had a C to C with maybe an adapter for A. Just in this day and age as we're moving so much in that direction, but at least I'm glad that it is USB-C on the charging case itself. Then you also get a user guide. It's very well done, good information, and has color images in it. And you also get a set of stickers with this. I don't unbox typically on this channel, but the packaging is nice. It's really clean and efficient. You do get a magnetic closure on this case, so, again, a little bit more premium in feel. But overall, very well done. Quality here is certainly going to hold up for a long time from what I can see. Now, as usual, I won't go through all the features and specifications. There'll be links below. You can look those up if you want all the details, but I will have a few highlights on the screen. And a few things to keep in mind is that listening time is excellent on these units. You're going to get upwards of 35, 37 hours. So you're going to be able to listen all day and not have to worry about charging as an issue. Keep the charging case with you and you'll have all the power you need. In terms of comfort, I found to be very good as well. This in-ear design that they talk a little bit about in the features is very good. And also they use the SOUNDPEATS app, and the app gives you control over a lot of features. Again, on screen, you'll see that you have all the usual things you would expect in an earbud design today. So again, this hybrid design I think has a lot to offer. Now that we've done a few tests and I've had a chance to put some hours on these earbuds, I'll give you my final thoughts. And first of all, in terms of daily wearability, I do like the in-ear monitor design. As I said earlier, I think it has a lot of advantages in terms of just common issues that happen. Earbuds falling out of your ears, being damaged that way. And then there are the acoustic opportunities that the in-ear monitor design affords in terms of higher performance drivers and such. I find these perform quite well. Certainly there is coloration to them. They are not going to be, in my opinion, a full studio flat sound. But that said, there's nothing here that's going to mean that something is going to be so over boosted that it completely throws off the balance of the original intention from the artist. And so I think beyond that, the build quality here is good. The fit and finish looks nice. In this price point, I think at the time of recording, they're around $150. They may actually be on promo on Amazon Prime. Check that out. I think I'll have a link below where you can find them. But overall, what you get here in this design, I think it's a pretty kind of innovative concept for earbuds that SOUNDPEATS is coming forward with, and they're definitely worth checking out. And if you'd like to see my tests of other earbuds, in-ear monitors, and headphones, check out one of the videos on the screen below. As always, I appreciate you joining me. It's been great having you here, and I will catch you next time.